You guys are thinking, why am I doing this? Oh, I was just following Kings 11 Punjab. Have you guys seen how they complicate every single match? So I was just seeing, how does it feel to complicate a simple nose itching? That's it. Well, they complicated a simple match against Delhi Capitals yesterday as well. They were cruising at one point. They had 10 runs per over run rate, but in one over they lost 2 wickets. Gale and Mayank both got out. Why did Gale go for a hike against Ashwin? Because the run rate pressure wasn't there. In that very over, Mayank, you're not supposed to look. That's your striker's call, and you're supposed to run or you're supposed to say no. Pooran got out in the strangest way possible. When you are so, you're hitting the ball so well, a very good partnership, how can you get out like that? It's a very basic thing. You have to drop your hands when you are leaving the short ball. Well, he missed a very basic thing. And then Glenn Maxwell, finally, he was getting some runs, but why did he try to hit again? I mean, come on. Punjab tried their level best to lose the match, or rather to complicate the victory. But thankfully, they still managed to win. And that was, I think, because Nicholas Pooran was in the form of his life. He was, batting so well. Apart from Pooran's running, I think he did everything well. Well, someone like a Tushar Deshpande fed him to his strength, bowling short on the leg stump, which was easy for him to hit. He was ready to take on the bowlers, put the pressure back on. Maxwell there did a very unlike Maxwell thing. He played a very calm role, taking the singles, at times risking the twos to try and put pressure on the fielders, right? So I think that was a fantastic partnership, and the 69-run partnership between them actually literally sealed the match. The best part is Maxwell took a wicket while bowling as well, which basically means that for finally Maxwell has come good for Punjab. Just like Shikhar Dhawan has started coming really good for Delhi Capitals. Can you imagine a guy who is such a good white ball player has been waiting for 13 years? Everybody around him, his colleagues, his juniors got centuries. He didn't get a single century. And then in the Chennai match, he gets his first century. The very next match, he gets his second century. What a story, what an inspiration. When this year's IPL began, if you guys remember, he wasn't in the best of forms. He was scoring the 23s, the 30s, but he was trying his level best. And even in the Mumbai match where, he took a lot of balls to score his 60, the match after which he really started getting into form, he kept on going, he kept on trying. And what is the best part of the century today? The fact that even when he was in the 90s, not even for a second was he trying to just take singles and score his century. No, he saw that the other batters weren't getting boundaries and he kept trying to get boundaries. Such a wonderful milestone. First player in the history of IPL to score 2 consecutive centuries, and this is the same player who had no century for 13 years. Guys, you have to work hard, and there is nothing that can stop you if you believe in the word perseverance. If you don't believe me, go watch Shikhar Dhawan. That was indeed an incredible story. But the other incredible part of Delhi's batting was the fact that Dhawan scored 106 of 61 balls. The rest of the 59 balls, rest of the Delhi batters scored just 54 runs, and there were no demons in the pitch. Dhawan scored 12 fours and 3 sixes alone. Rest of the Delhi batters just couldn't find the boundary and played weird shots. Marcus Stoinis got out on a full toss. Well, the rest of the batters actually hit just 2 fours and 2 sixes, you can imagine, and there were 4 extras. That's how the runs were made. It was a very strange innings, and in this pitch 164 was never going to be enough. There were minimum 15 to 20 runs short. When I'm talking about Delhi Capitals' strange batting, I also have to talk about 2 things here. One, I think the way KL Rahul rotated the bowlers was fantastic. today they took James Nishan. They didn't have Chris Jordan or Sheldon Cottrell. So remember, they didn't have a death bowler other than Mohammad Shami and the young Arshdeep. But he handled it really well. That's point one. But a captain handling bowlers wouldn't really help if the bowlers don't bowl well. But I think the super over did really good to Shami's confidence. Today his Yorkers were on point. He was on point with his death bowling. Arshdeep was bowling so well, and the best part is Shami, because of the super over, got confidence in his Yorkers and he was bowling Yorker after Yorker. You have to give it to Punjab's bowling. Today even Maxwell and Nisham were pretty tidy. But special applause has to go to Mohammad Shami, and this young kid Arshdeep is very, very, very impressive and will go a long way. Much like KL Rahul looked fantastic as a captain with his bowling changes, he was proactive. Shreyas Iyer looked equally sluggish with his bowling changes. When Chris Gayle came onto bat, I think the first bowling change really worked. Akshar Patel enticed KL Rahul and informed KL Rahul and got his wicket. After that, you should have tightened the noose. Chris Gayle is not that good against Ashwin. He has got out 4 times to Ashwin before this encounter. But what did Shreyas Iyer do? He brought in a young Tushar Deshpande. Chris Gayle stuck into him, scored freely, got 24 runs and one for the wide in the over, so total 25 runs in that particular over. What that meant was, when in the next over Iyer actually got Ashwin, and Ashwin did take Gayle's wicket, which was the 5th time that Gayle got out to Ashwin, the score after the power play, even though much like the reverse leg Ashwin's over causing 2 wickets back then, this time also he didn't take the wickets, but one was a run out, and before that Gayle was bowled. The score was already 57 for 3 in 6 overs, and after that, when you know that your opponents are chokers and you were seeing that Pooran is trying to hit every ball out of the park, you should have always kept on with your main bowlers. So Iyer brought him back again, and this time he gave away 16 runs. You have nothing left if one bowler out of 164 in 12 balls gives away 41 runs. Well, this Kings 11 Punjab team actually reminds of the 2016 RCB team in many ways. In 2016, out of 7 matches, RCB had lost 5 and won just 2. And then they went on to play the final. In a chat with Virat Kohli on Instagram, KL Rahul said that, I motivate the team by telling them that in 2016, if RCB could turn the tables from this position, even we can do it. And probably somewhere they're doing it, because remember, KXIP has won 3 consecutive matches. 3 consecutive matches against 2 top teams. MI and Delhi have been fighting for the top 2 spots, and now KXIP has defeated them back to back. Now the momentum is with them, but they still have a long way to go. On the other hand, Delhi Capitals, well, they have certain loose ends which they need to tighten up, and DC has to keep the momentum, keep winning games, not only to reach the playoff, to make sure that they're confident once they reach the playoff. And what do you guys have to do to make sure that Orgo and I remain confident and we come up with more interesting reviews, previews and shows? Well, simple. Help us in reaching our aim. Our aim is to reach 500 subscribers. What do you have to do? Go to our YouTube channel, like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's for free. Like and follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and keep enjoying our videos. Till the next time, bye bye.